Welcome to the official Windows 8 channel, and today we're going to do a quick tour of AVG free antivirus. You might have watched my video on how to install it. Maybe you have it installed now on your Windows 8 machine. So let's just go around and look at the different options of Windows of the AVG free antivirus on Windows 8. So if you have it installed, there are several ways you can find it. You can go into the list of programs that you have, and it's going to be there somewhere in the list, depending on how you have it. I've got it here on my upper left side of my screen because I always have apps installed by date, and this is the latest one that I've installed in my computer. So you can search for it there. You can go into your search in the charms bar and click and search for AVG. It's going to show up your AVG 2014. And last, the other way you can find it is on your desktop in Windows 8. By clicking the desktop app, you'll see that the AVG icon is in the bottom right of the screen. So these are the different places where you can find it. So wherever you find it, once you have, click on it and you'll see the main AVG interface show up. What you want to see is you are protected. You want to see the row of icons green. One thing you might wonder why it says firewall activate now. Keep in mind that AVG free does not include a firewall, so you'll have to get internet security if you want it. But if you have a router and if you have the Windows firewall activated, there is no need for really a better or another firewall. Keep in mind that the router firewall is probably the best type of firewall you can have and is much better than any software firewall. So it doesn't really matter that the firewall is not activated in AVG free, especially if you're on a router. So if you are not protected fully, then there will be a little bar at the top that says click here to fix. You'll click on that to make sure that everything is in green. Each component at the top is clickable, so you can click on the protection. Computer protection is enabled. You can click into the settings of the protection and look at all the different protections available in your settings for AVG. You'll also have web browsing protected, enabled. The different settings for web browsing protection will also be there. You have identity theft enabled, which basically will try to prevent you from having any problems with stolen information and identity here. Emails protected, so if you have, for example, set up with the mail account in your Windows 8 machine, all incoming and outgoing emails are protected via this icon. One of the interesting features that you might want sometimes with an antivirus, although it is not recommended, if you have some internet problems or maybe you have software that needs to be installed and they recommend that you turn off your antivirus while installing, you have the possibility, if you right click in the icon in your taskbar at the bottom right click on it, you will have a little temporarily disabled AVG protection that's available if you click there. And here you can set an amount of time for the disabled protection. So you choose from 10 minutes, 5, 10, 15 minutes, or until restart of your computer. So if they ask you to turn it off for temporarily, this is where you can go on right click on your AVG icon. What you might also want to check for is in the options. On the upper right, you have options in the AVG window. Options is where you might want to start a manual scan of your computer or scan a selected folder. You can scan a file that you've downloaded on the internet, for example, update. You can check the virus vault. This is a very interesting space. A virus vault is where you'll see all the viruses that your computer might have been in contact with. So if you are using AVG, you might actually check this list and see what you have been picking up. The best and most secure computer is when you never have contact with any viruses. And if the virus vault is empty, you are actually protecting your computer more than the antivirus itself. One of the key aspects of computer protection is the user. You are the #1 protection for any computer you are using. If you go to malicious websites, if you download illegal music, movies, and stuff like that, you are more prone to having viruses and be in contact with viruses than if you just do a very regular internet habit of going to, for example, your banking or your news website and stuff like that. Regular, everyday stuff that you might do with your computer. So keep in mind that you are the first protection, and no antivirus is going to protect you 100%. It does not exist. Even a paid one, even though it does protect you more, is not 100% foolproof. The other information you might have in the options here is the advanced settings, where you can actually go and check much more information here. One of the things that you might actually want to do in the advanced settings is check for scans, and especially you can actually select a specific scan range. So you can click OK and have a scan done on a specific day. AVG has one annoying feature, is that it sometimes starts scanning in the middle of when you're working, and this is probably the drawback of this AVG free. You might not want it to scan while you're working with your computer because it can really slow it down. So what you'll do is you'll click at schedules, and here you can select a schedule. So you can click schedule scan and give it a name. So you can say, for example, Robert's scan. So you can say, okay, you're going to enable the task. And then you'll say, okay, I want to have the schedule running the scan running every 1 hour, or run a specific days. So you can say, okay, I want the scan every Saturday at noon or at the afternoon or evening. You choose a time, and when that is done, you will apply the settings, and you now know, for example, here I selected Saturday at 1900 or at 7 p.m. So every Saturday at 7 p.m. the antivirus is going to scan my computer. I know that it's that specific time range is going to do it. Now, one of the things that a lot of people don't know is that your computer needs to be turned on for the scan to happen. That's very important. People think that you can shut down a computer, is going to turn on it automatically to do it. No. When the computer is shut down, it does not continue or follow that information or that schedule. So your computer needs to be turned on. Choose specific day and time when you know the computer is running. And of course, try to choose a time when you might not be using your computer, or if you're using it, it's not for something that's really important. So that's basically a quick tour of AVG free antivirus. Make sure that everything works fine and that you are protected as shown here. If anything goes wrong, the icon for your antivirus on your taskbar at the bottom right is actually going to have a little something next to it telling you, well, there's something wrong with the antivirus. Maybe it wants to scan, maybe it wants to do something else. So always take a little look and a peek, and clicking the antivirus, making sure that everything's green and you are protected is not a bad idea. And of course, Windows will also tell you if something's wrong with your antivirus, but having a visual is always nice. Keep in mind, if you're not protected and you can't get protection and it doesn't want to work or it does error messages, you might have been in contact with a virus, so you might need to actually scan or have your computer cleaned up in some way. If you enjoy our videos, please subscribe to our channel. You'll be informed when new videos are online. You might have that new Windows 8 machine and want to learn how to use it, so we have lots of videos online showing you how to use your computer. If you have a feature or an app that you'd like us to talk about, let us know. We'll try to put that video online, and you'll be helping others at the same time with your suggestion. And hopefully you enjoy our channel and that you'll come back to the official Windows 8 channel. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.